I try to keep each video as short as possible. Hence, I have split the Day of the Lord into separate videos, because the second video of this subject will be quite long. This video is entitled The Roadmap to the Day of the Lord. If we are setting out on a journey by car and have never been to the destination before, we like to plan our journey, possibly even get a road map to the destination. When we study the map, we can see that there are landmarks, junctions and signposts to watch out for to confirm that we are heading in the right direction. As we near our destination, we can see a countdown to the miles remaining to our destination. It therefore would be convenient too if we could have some signposts to indicate that we are close to the Day of the Lord. In recent times, there have been some events that seem to indicate that we are getting quite close to the Day of the Lord. The first signpost I would draw your attention to is the time of Jacob's trouble. This is found in Jeremiah chapter 30. Here we can see from the sacred name of the Lord the Hebrew year 5708, landing in verse 6 where it says, "Every man with his hands on his loins," just like a woman in travail. The men with their hands on their loins are the army of Israel at a skip of 3 and 5 and also 4 and 6. The prophet Isaiah says something similar in Isaiah 66, where he says in verses 8 and 9, "Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day? Or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. Shall I bring to the birth, and not cause to bring forth, saith the Lord? Shall I cause to bring forth, and shut the womb, saith the Lord?" If we now analyse Isaiah 66, this is what we discover. Again, from the sacred name of God, we have the year 5708, and also the month of Iyar linked to the number 5 twice, to emphasise the day of the 5th. Looking back at Jeremiah chapter 30, we have the exact same month and day mentioned. These two instances of 5708 with the month of Iyar and the day 5 of the Jewish calendar equate to the year 1948 and May the 14th on the Gregorian calendar, highlighted in the red squares. This is the day that the state of Israel was re-established after almost 2,000 years. We can see from the slide of the Hebrew month of Iyar that the 5th of Iyar 5708 was indeed the 14th of May 1948 on the Gregorian calendar. There is no mention of the Day of the Lord in Jeremiah chapter 30, neither on the surface text or in letter sequencing. But the state of Israel had to be in place for the Day of the Lord to take place, as we will see later in this video. The next roadmap sign that indicates we are getting closer to the Day of the Lord is found in Joel chapter 4. The English translations only show 3 chapters for Joel. There is no loss of text in Joel. It's just that the English translators have made chapter 2 take in all of the 5 verses of the Hebrew chapter 3, as illustrated here. If we now analyse Joel chapter 4 of the Hebrew text, this is what we discover. The day of the Lord is highlighted in blue twice in this chapter. And from the sacred name of the Lord, we have the word corona. And from the word corona, and intersecting the day of the Lord on the vertical, is the word for China. Then from the word China, we have the year 780, intersecting in grey there, and shall shake the heavens and the earth. Then we have the full year indicated of 5780. Then we have the word virus at a skip of 2, 3, 5 and 7. Then we have the word China twice, meeting up with the word virus, and then the word plague. 5780 on the Jewish calendar equates to 2020 on the Gregorian calendar, the year when the coronavirus became a global pandemic. In other words, a plague. Both of these two events, the re-establishment of the State of Israel and the global pandemic, occurred over a period of time, say 2 or 3 years. It was not on a single day. Although the State of Israel was declared on a single day, therefore the day of the Lord may not be on a single day of 24 hours, but over a period of time, with a major event on a single day. We saw in video number 5, after about 10 or 11 minutes, that the day of vengeance of our God was over a period of time when the Roman army sacked Jerusalem in AD 70. We will continue to analyse Joel chapter 4 in the next video entitled The Day of the Lord.